How did the Cullens cover up the ballet studio incident? Because there was blood all over the floor and the floor was ripped up. So the story with the ballet studio is basically just that it burned down, because remember, to unalive a Twilight vampire, you have to rip it up and burn the pieces, because Twilight vampires can literally lick themselves and stick themselves back together when you rip them apart. So in Midnight Sun, we first of all hear Renee being Renee, and she's like, oh yeah, I've been sleeping here, honey, when Bella is in the hospital. And she's like, I was scared to sleep alone because there's been crime in the area. Do you remember your old dance studio? Somebody broke in and burned it to the ground. There's nothing left at all, and they left a stolen car right out front. And so Edward's talking about how that was the trackers' stolen cars. But the Cullen stolen cars, like, if you don't know about that, the truly unhinged part of this is not the ballet studio, but how they got there. Because when I say the Cullens are destructive to absurd levels, like, I'm so serious. And this whole part of Midnight Sun was like one of the most convoluted, like, hardest things to follow, but it's crazy. So when they're racing to get to Bella in the ballet studio, they first steal a car, and Dusty is going on about the car. And I'm not a car girly, so I can't even tell you what a WRX-STI is. I have no idea what that is, but he's going on about how the paint job is terrible. They're going 120 down the freeway, and then Alice is like, oh no, we're not going to make it in time unless you do this, that, the other thing. And then so he tries to drive through the barrier, and Alice is like, you're not going to fit, like, you're going to lose the side mirrors. So he does it anyway, and the side mirrors literally come off the car. So he tells Emmett and Jasper to stick their heads out the window, and he'll read their minds to use them as side mirrors. Then what happens is the police create a roadblock, and so the Cullens take it upon themselves to flip the car that they're in and create a 27 car pileup. Not kidding. And then they find this Cayenne Turbo, and they're like, oh no, we have to take that car. So they basically run the woman driving that car off the road. She gets out of the car. Carlisle also gets out of the car, and he actually sedates her. This will always be like a crazy passage. Edward says the driver of the Cayenne was climbing out of her car too, her face in a scowl and her ponytail swinging with rage. Carlisle darted forward to meet her. She had 1 second to react to the fact that the most handsome man she'd ever seen was responsible for running her off the road, and then she was collapsing into him. She probably didn't even have time to feel the prick of the needle. But that's not all. This entire chapter called Chores is about Edward seeing through Alice's mind how she's going to stage Bella's accident. Really, going through this chapter would have to be like its own thing because it's just so insane and convoluted. But basically, Alice, like, rolls herself up like a bowling ball and flings herself through a window so that the glass shatters, and she has stolen blood in Bella's blood type and like pours it all over. But it's insane because it's